Give me a few minutes, watch this video, because you will become a better speaker than 95% of content creators. So, why is this important? If you're able to speak better and you're a good speaker in general, people are gonna like you more. You're gonna have more authority. People will trust you more. And in return, you will build a better and a bigger fan base. So, speaking is very powerful, especially if you're a content creator. This will actually help you stand out from your competition. The reason is, a lot of people are too focused on content that they forget some basic skills like speaking. In order to be a powerful speaker, there are certain things you have to follow. Enough wasting time, let's actually get to the 3 powerful things that you should apply in order to become a better and more powerful speaker. First thing first, you want to slow down, okay? Take a deep breath. Don't rush. When you rush, you're going to be jumping from one word to another without giving enough or great meaning and clarity to the things that you say, to the words and the sentence, and most importantly, the whole concept that you're trying to explain. Slowing things down makes each and every single word clearer, which in return makes you a more articulate speaker, okay? If I'm speaking fast, there will be a lot of words which are not understood. Sometimes the emotion is not felt, because being a good speaker is being able to help the viewer understand the words you're saying. If I tell you, I just stubbed my toe and it hurt, you're like, okay, cool. But if I tell you in a slower and more articulate way, so I was just walking the other day and I was in a rush, and suddenly I stubbed my toe to the corner of the wall and the pain was unbearable. Now you might have felt the pain that I felt when I actually stubbed the toe from the story I told you. Slowing down gives you a bit more authority than being a fast speaker. When you speak very fast, it almost seems like you're a little anxious and you're just rushing things because you don't have confidence in what you're saying. You're not taking authority of what you're saying. So speak like a king or a queen. Sit on your throne and say things in a very interesting way. Explain, make people feel what you're saying. The most successful people in the world, the most powerful speakers, always speak slowly. That's why they have authority over what they're saying. But there's something else which also gives them authority and which can make sure that you get authority or have authority when you speak to your audience. This is how you gain people's trust and respect. And that is, hold up, know your sheet. When you know what you're talking about, automatically people will lean in and listen to what you're saying. When you know what you're talking about, you're going to sound more confident subconsciously without putting any effort, because you know what you're talking about. I'm a fitness coach, and let's say I help skinny people gain weight, okay? If I make a video about that, or some skinny guy comes up to me and is like, okay, I want to gain some muscle mass, I want to gain mass, how can I do that? Please help. Bam, I've done this before, I've coached people, I know my I don't know if, I don't want to get demonetized. I'm not even monetized. Why am I trying? Whatever. The point is, I know my shit. So the person comes up to me, he's like, okay, I want to gain mass. Bam, I got you. Do this. First of all, you want to eat this much, this much, this much. You want to do this training, that training. Do this and this and that, this and this and that. That's what I've done with my previous client. It worked. It's amazing. You will get these results. Do this. This is the blueprint. You're welcome. Now, I know my shit because I've trained other people who are skinny and trying to put on weight. Now, let's say another person comes up to me and they're obese and they want to lose weight. And they're like, hey man, I'm struggling. I want to be like you. I want to lose weight. How can I do that? Now, right off the bat, I just take a step back. I'm like, wait a minute, do I know how to help people lose weight? Now, by the way, in general, I've also helped people lose weight. Like, this is just a random example I'm trying to help you understand. But let's say I had no experience with that, okay? I'm not going to tell the person I know anything because I don't know what they're supposed to do, how they should eat, how they should, it's not my area of expertise, they say. It's not something I'm familiar with. So if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to struggle. I'm going to start stuttering. I'm going to start thinking about what I'm saying. I might have to go do my research. That's why a lot of you, especially you, yes, you, when you're making YouTube videos and you're speaking, halfway, you just pause there and you're like, what am I even saying? Am I saying things right? And then you start doubting the things you say, which makes you go back to the internet or your phone and search things up to make sure you're saying it right. At this point, you have lost authority. You're not going to be able to speak with authority because you don't really know what you're saying anymore. Know your shit. Know the content that you're making. If you're helping people lose weight, know exactly how to do this. Do your research, educate yourself. It's important to know each and every detail of that. This is also what helps you stand out. The more you know, the more things you can bring to the table and help you stand out from the crowd. Okay? This now will bring me to the final tip, which is effective repetition. Notice how I underlined the word effective. Okay, repetition, we know what that means. We want to practice. Being a good speaker does not happen overnight. It happens with practice. You need to make sure that you're putting enough time and practice into speaking. Now, when I say effective repetition, what do I mean by that? Look, let's say you're trying to improve your speaking skills in front of the camera. If I'm practicing off camera and I go to the mirror and I start speaking, it's different than speaking in front of a camera. Because the reason why speaking in front of a camera is a little difficult is simply because you're speaking to an object. Like right now, it feels like I'm talking to you, right? But in reality, I'm literally talking to a goddamn camera. So this is why people get anxious. They don't know what to say. They freeze. Because they're not used to having a one-way communication. They're used to having a two-way communication. I talk to someone, that someone talks back to me. I tell you something, you tell me something back. I ask you a question, you answer it. You ask me a question, I answer it. The conversation can be endless, okay? Now, if I'm talking to a camera, I'm telling you something and I might ask like a question. What do you think about this? But I don't have anyone to answer. So how do I keep going from there? You get what I'm saying here? The point is, if you want to practice on your camera. Take out your phone or your camera, record. You don't have to upload it. You're not supposed to upload it. This is a practice. And start talking. Place your camera, sit back, talk, blah, 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 blah. Stop, analyze, learn, repeat. Make sure the repetitions are effective. You're recording yourself, you're talking, you're stopping that. Then you watch it and see where your weakness is, and you keep on repeating. Now, in this case, each and every repetition is going to be more effective compared to just speaking to the mirror, where you have no feedback and you don't know if you're doing it well or not. So, with that being said, I hope that these tips were powerful and helpful for you to become a better speaker. Now, on this channel, I will be helping you guys become better creators and better content creators, because as the competition is on the rise, it is on the rise, I want you guys to stand out from your competition. And I've done it for years on YouTube. I actually have a different channel where I've gotten thousands and millions of views, so I know what I'm talking about, and I know how to become a better speaker and a better content creator to build authority, gain people's trust, help people better. This is very beneficial for your business, okay? Leave a like if this was helpful and subscribe, because a lot of new content is on the way. Love you guys. See you next time.